Hello friends, today we will discuss how to install Nginx in a command line. So now in the editor, first we will just note down what we are going to do. The first thing is we are going to the first thing is install Nginx on the Ubuntu. The second step is the second step is configure Nginx on Ubuntu. Then um, third is change the configuration for different use cases. And fourth, uh, do parallel processing using multiple threads at the same time. So this is the main thing we are going to do. So suppose I have done already one thing. So to save some time, I have already installed Nginx. As you can see, so how to you can say how to first install. Install is very easy. So you just use sudo or super user. You need to be a super user to install Nginx. Then apt then get then in apt get I have to type install. After typing on install, I have to type on Nginx. That will install it. But it is already installed. So we need to check the version. So to check the version, you type nginx -3. So here you can see it's 1 point, and I just note down the things. Open the next bracket. Yeah, that is the nginx version. And now what we will do is we will just go to the configuration. The next step you can see the gedit configure nginx. So to configure there is a file. So the name of the file is in the my home directory. No, not home. Sorry, in the public directory, and then that there will be etc. So etc में you can see I'm just selecting it. This is the wait a minute. Yeah, you can see Nginx here. This is a directory. Blue means directory. So if it is written in blue, it is directory. So I will cd to Nginx. Now again no. I am now in. You can see I am now in etc Nginx, and I again do ls. So ls, this the most important uh, part is the first file conf.d. It is a directory as you can see because it is blue in color. So, and now I will just yeah, yeah, in com.d there is nothing. There may be there is nothing in com.d. So the modules nginx.conf is the entry point for configuration. So I just copied this, and then I will paste this, and before pasting I will just do gedit. So here this gedit will be having a com directory, but there is nothing in there. So I have not yet configured. So first is we need to uh, change the configuration of uh, Nginx. So to do so, we need to just start. Email operation. Then, yeah, sorry, I was in the wrong directory. I was actually in etc nginx.com.d, but the directory is etc engine uh, uh, nginx, and in nginx, suppose the let me clear the screen. So the first thing is I need to go one step back. So I have moved one step back in cd dot dot. So if you want to move your to the parent directory, you have cd space dot 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 stands for the parent directory. So now I am in etc nginx. So if you see ls, you can see there all these files are there. So now the I just want to change the nginx.conf. So nginx.conf contains all the configuration. And you'll see what how to use the configurations. So now I will gedit nginx. Yeah, this is the file. Now in this you can see it's a read only file. So I will just close it. I will go to sudo chmod 777. The output is nginx.conf. So here now its read only is gone. You can see that. So now how to change and how to interpret the data. So there are three types of things that can happen during a during a communication between the web client and the web server. So the first is what is the maximum amount of memory. So I will just note down points to remember. The what is the maximum amount of memory can be consumed in one transaction. So suppose what is the maximum amount of memory that can be consumed in one transaction. So that is one point. And the next point is what is the maximum time to wait for a request or response. So this is the third problem. Then how to distribute and load balance work between servers. So we'll go to the next points for the first these 3 points again. check. So now what is happening here is hash means comment. So that line is commented. So now we will just the I will install the um, Notepad plus plus and I will sudo apt get sublime text. Sorry, apt not key. Sorry. Apt get. Oh, it's installed. I need a text editor, but I don't know. So let us open this nginx.conf file. You can see this is has a structure. So it is made up of initialization, then objects. Each object has a specific task and specific restrictions and specific properties. So we will check the events. So suppose the worker nodes. Worker nodes are like they don't have a uh, they don't have a you can say main work. So primary server and secondary server. Secondary server will just execute the command. It will not do any processing. It will just execute the command and process, and it will not do any calculations, any logic. It is like a dumb terminal, but it just does its job very successfully. So these worker connections are uh, used when events happen. So suppose an event has happened like my memory of worker node 1 is uh, you can say exhausted. So I will check this worker connections, and if it is less than if it is suppose greater than 0, then it will assign that work to other terminal, and meanwhile that terminal will try to reduce its rate. So that is events object. You can see the format that worker underscore connections is the name, and there is a space. After space there is a integer which denotes the number of nodes, and then it is a semicolon. So this hash means it is a for information purposes. So suppose what is saying is multiple underscore except on. So if I am suppose I have a thread, Nginx thread, which is doing some task. But if three three of the PC worker connections are getting requests. So suppose 10 requests they are getting. So what will happen is out of the 10 requests, it will accept all the 10 requests and will schedule it so that every request has got a good response. So the main thing, let us revise it again. So worker underscore connection space the value. So suppose if I have five five nodes which are not which are free, but there is a denial of service attack. So suppose if I check out of 768, if five blocks, five nodes, sorry, five computers nodes are free, but the system has alerted a denial of service attack, then it doesn't take much request if the number of nodes, that is 5, are present. If more than 100 nodes are free, then only it takes a request. So in this, suppose out of 768, if 5 computer nodes are free, but the system has alerted a demand denial of service attack. So denial of service attack is attack in which there are multiple requests sent in a short period of time, and the server hangs up, and it can't process further, and the genuine customers can't gain access to the service. So that is called denial of service error. Then what happens is it does not take any request. So five even if it takes request and then the five nodes are full, then there is no chance the server may be destroyed. But if more than 100 nodes are free, so suppose out of 768, more than 100 uh, uh, nodes are free, then only it takes request. So these numbers are just for understanding. There is no 768, there is no 5, there is no 100. But just to make you understand, we have developed a model that is events. So yeah, to you can say have some HTTP request. So HTTP request has a lower level protocol, that is TCP or UDP. So and it has a one step lower, that is SSL. SSL stands for Secure Socket Layer. So I will write SSL stands for Secure Socket Layer. So this is my HTTP. After HTTP it goes to secure, then it goes to TCP, then IP, then data link, and then Ethernet. So this is the level on the client side, and same is the case, but the opposite is there in the server side. So you can see Ethernet, data link, IP, TCP, SSL, and HTTP. So now suppose in this configuration file, will be, most of it is commented, but the things that we are interested on is, can we send a file to the server? So that is on. So we need to send upload something. Suppose you want to upload our resume, right? Suppose we want to upload our resume for job application to the site, then that site must have, that site must have a send file to on. So syntax is param, send file is a param, and it is on. That is param space status. So here the param is send file, and its status is on. Now this is the format. So now we will check after each for each property. Now this was about the events, server connections, then send file. So this is a TCP no push, that is uh, on, by the way. But so what is, why is it on? Because if the TCP gives the push notifications, it will create a lot of network traffic, and it is the costly also. So since, see, they are in this client and server structure. If the server is on receiving the request, it is going to the Ethernet. After Ethernet, data link. After data link, IP, and after IP, TCP. So TCP, what will happen is, if I, so we were in NDS conflict. So if TCP, this on server side, is pushing to the client, then it has to poll it, and and it has to store it in its database. So to just to uh, uh, bear the load on the server, like suppose if I am a server, and I have received a request, but the request is such that I want to store it, but that in TCP, and which is above, which is below means which comes first. So what it will have to do is it will have to push the data in the IP level periodically. Check if the other if the client is awake or not, and even if it doesn't, it needs to have a push notification server. So suppose I want to have an Nginx server which wants to send some notifications like email ID when the person logs in. So what it does, it does it at the TCP level. So whatever time to live, uh, time to live uh, terminology used for a package to remain in the TCP layer. So suppose my time to live is 100, then what I will do is I will just you can say ignore it, the response. If the response doesn't come within the first the 100 minutes, so I will just destroy that file. That yeah, this happens at the TCP level, because in TCP level, not in HTTP level, it happens in the TCP level because the main you can see unit of data is examined at the TCP level, because TCP level will examine if it is dirty bit, it will examine error checksum, it will examine the port number. So all these things are examined at the TCP level. So if what I'm saying is if I say, have to say, push to the server, it will be cumbersome. So that's why one more is there is TCP underscore no push is also it. So, uh, so now we will again come to the configuration. And yeah. So now the if you see SHA, yeah, you see SHA, that is simple hash algorithm. It is 256 characters long. 256 cross 4 is equal to 4. Yeah, so 1024 is the maximum. Sorry, since we are using SHA 256, the maximum is 2048, but it is 1024. So if there are many algorithms, like I will tell you, the basic algorithm is MD5, which stands for Message Digest File, then SHA1, then SHA, then this SHA 256. So mostly companies use SHA 256, so no one uses about 3. So because it provides more complexity and is more useful and is more secure. So this types underscore hash underscore max. So whatever type it will be, types underscore max underscore mm, max size hash underscore max underscore size. So it is currently 1024. So now we will just do configuration. So now server tokens are off. So the token will be generated by the client, not the server, but it is commented. So one more most important component of HTTP, modern HTTP, is because the new file extensions are coming, like for JavaScript frameworks, JavaScript libraries, PHP frameworks, PHP libraries, and all, and so many new technologies have come in the web. It has just maybe I don't know. Currently, I think there are 600 MIME types. So MIME types everybody knows. So what we'll do is this etc, in etc there is a file a folder that is Nginx. Any Nginx that MIME types. So we will just check how many. As I know about 600 MIME types. So yeah, I'll open a new tab. So I will just execute. No, no, I'll not execute. So you see MIME types. So many MIME types are there. These are very less. There are more than that. So what is the format? Format is type, and insert types I insert types I have text slash HTML. So what is the type of document? So is it text? Is it image? Is it application? Is it video? Is it audio? So all these things are there in types object. So types curly brace open, then type the MIME name and followed by the extension. So extensions are space separated and semicolon. So this was about the MIME types. So include so the permissible MIME types are given. But if you check for Apache, I think Apache has many MIME types. So default type is yeah. So application and object stream is and whatever data is coming in bits and bytes. So if you don't specify the type, MIME type, it will be application object stream. You can see this. I will just if you want to just confirm. I will go to person one and I will just type application octet stream. So you can see here there is a binary file. So it uh, is a binary. Now we will see how which SSL protocols are supported. So TLS, the SSL protocol runs on TLS. So TLS is um, wait a minute. TLS is uh, transport layer security. So if you see in the Google Chrome, transport level security. Yeah, you can see here it is transport layer security. So now I'm coming to the SL protocols. So currently the latest version is 1.3. So the format is SSL underscore protocols, which is the key. The value is space separated um, and ends with semicolon. So SSL prefers ciphers is on. So to all the data is encrypted. Like in WhatsApp, you can say it is as using SSL. So it is all the data is end to end uh, on. Then the log files are there. You can change the log files if you want. But since var.log is there provided by Linux kernel, it will be more easy to remember. So there are two types of log. One log is normal log, which describes the functioning, and second log is the error log, which describes all the errors. So gzip is on, and curl is not on. Gzip is on. You see, yeah, these two lines are the most important lines. You have to sites enabled. So which all sites are enabled, and which all configuration to take. So we will study this one by one. So we will study the first line. I am just copying this, and in this file, sorry, I'm copying this. I'm copying this, and I'm just, yeah, I'm just going to find in this. Sorry, not find. I will open. I will not open. I will re-edit. Here that file will be, sorry, the the menu. So let us continue. We'll come after this afterwards. So cd, I will go to this, and I will go to ls, and then I will, there is nothing in this. Okay, and this is also important. Include this. That was it for Nginx. We'll study now how to uh, run the Nginx process. So now this, yeah, this is it. Now we will see some configuration changes. The next one. Thanks for watching.